Today, our blog review is on classicallyhomeschooling.com. And so, the author of classicallyhomeschooling.com is Sarah Dennis. She has 6 kids, and she talks about something unique called restful learning. And I'll get into that later and tell you a little bit about that. It's something I've never heard of before, so I love to learn new things. Her husband is a writer, and she has children ages, I think, from 19 down to 5, and so she has a large family with a multiple age ranges that she is homeschooling, and she just graduated her oldest child, and he or she, I can't remember, is off to college now. So she is a veteran homeschooling mom that we can all learn from, and I want to walk you through her website here to kind of tell you what you could find here. So first of all, on her homepage, she just has a lot of her top blog posts, and so you can see she has all ranges of types of blog posts, from what's the point of morning time, how to find time for Latin, top 10 elementary reading tips, 5 days of Latin. Now, I'll confess, I don't do the classical homeschooling, so some of this I've heard of, some of it I'm not very familiar with. So if you're into classical education, it looks like this is a site that you will definitely want to look at. So she has a topic here for classical education and some blog posts about it. This is the peaceful morning routine, 5 tips to get started with morning time. She's focusing on morning time, it looks here lately. Then she talks about Latin. She has Trivium Tuesdays, how to create a pleasant atmosphere in your homeschool, the art of saying no, really like that. The next section is her homeschooling section, why you should finish the textbook. That's a real hot topic right now, with this being in February. Sculpting fun with Atmosflare 3D pens. I've never heard of that before. You have to check out that post. 10 easy ways to improve your homeschool in 15 minutes or less. Top 10 middle school history tips. So you can see she covers a wide range for homeschooling. She has an organize and plan section here. 5 steps to organize your homeschool books. Pros and cons of a 4-day week. Should you use a schedule or routine? Top 10 gadgets you need. Overwhelmed? Get a clean kitchen today. Some really good posts there. She offers reviews. Memorizing tricky Latin verb conjugations. Crocodiles are the best animals of all by Sean Taylor. She must have reviewed that. 10 free teaching resources for high school American history. 10 homeschooling books you must read. Several reviews there. She has a bookstore, Classically Homeschooling's bookstore, How We Teach, the real lives of homeschoolers from classical to unschooling and everything in between. So this looks like a collaboration of different homeschool methods and homeschoolers that contributed to that book. Homeschooling, what to do when you want to quit. Has some encouragement and what to do when you feel like you're just burned out and done. Introduction to the Classical Homeschool. It looks like she is the author of that book, of most of these books. You can do this, 21 days of homeschool companionship and encouragement. And you can see she has an email list you can join to get notified of her posts. One thing I wanted to show you on her About page that I find interesting, that I learned something new today. She talks about restful education, and she mentions, here's the restful learning link, what Scully means. Now, I looked this word up on Google on how to pronounce, and they're pronouncing it Scully. So excuse my ignorance, but I had never heard of this before. Maybe you have. But Scully is the latest lingo being bantered about the classical homeschool community, she says. And so evidently it's an ancient Greek word meaning leisure in school. So I like her post here, and she goes on to explain how we need to be intentional about the subjects we cover. And I like this quote here. Scully is to be intentional about our homeschool and the education we give our children. I really like that point she makes here, that we need to be intentional, because so many times we get caught up in our busy day-to-day lives and we just kind of look to the public school to see, okay, are we on track? And we just need to be intentional about what we're teaching our kids and what we spend our time on. And it looks like she has an opt-in here. It says easy homeschooling tips for restful learning and an excellent education sent straight to your inbox. So she must have an email course of some kind she offers to help get ready for Scully. So I might just opt into that and see what I can learn there. So visit Sarah at classicallyhomeschooling.com, and also click the link below and visit our website where we have our blog posts that this blog was included in about our ultimate organized homeschooling blog list. We have over 50 homeschooling blogs highlighted there, organized for you by subject matter. So click the link below and check that out.